Happy Mental Health Tuesday! My name's Dylan and I'm one of the Normanade peer counselors. We want to remind you that April's theme is healthy relationships. As we continue through the month, ask yourself, are you a part of a healthy relationship? Do you feel respected and heard with your partner, friends, and others? Take time to think about the relationships in your life and how they make you feel.
What is consent? Consent is giving permission for something to happen. Talk about consent with your partner. It's important that you two are on the same page, but remember that you can change your mind at any time, and that is okay.
If you're still struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they go, "Oh my God, I would love a cup of tea, thank you." Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they're like, I'm not really sure. Then you can make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware that they might not drink it. And if they don't drink it, then, and this is the important bit, don't make them drink it. Just because you made it doesn't mean you're entitled to watch them drink it. And if they say, "No thank you," then don't make them tea. At all. Just don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea, don't get annoyed at them for not wanting tea. They just don't want tea, okay? They might say, "Yes, please, that's kind of you." And then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying as you've gone to all the effort of making the tea, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea. They did want tea, now they don't. Some people change their mind in the time it takes to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk. And it's okay for people to change their mind, and you are still not entitled to watch them drink it. And if they are unconscious, don't make them tea. Unconscious people don't want tea, and they can't answer the question, "Do you want tea?" because they're unconscious. Okay, maybe they were conscious when you asked them if they wanted tea, and they said yes, but in the time it took you to boil the kettle or brew the tea and add the milk, they are now unconscious. You should just put the tea down, make sure the unconscious person is safe, and this is the important part again, don't make them drink the tea. They said yes then, sure, but unconscious people don't want tea. If someone said yes to tea, started drinking it, and then passed out before they'd finished it, don't keep on pouring it down their throat. Take the tea away. Make sure they are safe, because unconscious people don't want tea. Trust me on this. If someone said yes to tea around your house last Saturday, that doesn't mean they want you to make them tea all the time. They don't want you to come around to their place unexpectedly and make them tea and force them to drink it, going, "But you wanted tea last week," or to wake up to find you pouring tea down their throat going, "But you wanted tea last night." If you can understand how completely ludicrous it is to force people to have tea when they don't want tea, and you are able to understand when people don't want tea, then how hard is it to understand when it comes to sex? Whether it's tea or sex, consent is everything. And on that note, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea.
How you're treated in any relationship greatly affects your mental health. That's why it's so important that you feel that you can express your feelings without being belated or disregarded. How they treat you is much more important than how much you like them.
Don't forget that you can find resources and tools to help you get out of an unhealthy relationship and ways to better your relationships altogether. Normanade wants you to be in control of your relationships, and our website has tons of information on how to do that.
Listen to our podcast episode, Choosing Healthy Relationships in Life, Friendships, and Love, featuring Dr. Dolly Clark, MD, who is a board-certified family physician and the founder of Adolescence. She will help students create and maintain healthy relationships and define and assert boundaries in relationships, physically, emotionally, and mentally.
A Normanade counselor is always here for you. Feel free to come to the center to talk to one of our counselors about learning how to develop a strong and healthy relationship. Our relationships have a direct impact on our mental health, and we are here to help.
Thank you for connecting with us.